fire, under fire. Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 28th of November. So, today is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends out there. Hope you have a great day, and no doubt you'll have a great day tomorrow and a long weekend of it all. Big Black Friday tomorrow. Lots of savings. Right. Let's have a look at these markets. Firstly, let's just run through what news we got coming out today. That's not a great deal because we've got this bank holiday in the US there, which is called Thanksgiving. And to be fair, this is one of the holidays that's probably more attended than a lot of the other bank holidays, and you'll most likely see very, very, very low volumes this afternoon. And I expect it to be a very quiet day. Anyway, that's my expectations of things, but who knows, when the cat's away then mice might play, eh? Anyway, what we're looking for, inflation this morning, German inflation, we've already seen a lot of the data behind that, so yes, it's there, it's important. Actually, this is I just realised it's the morning session. So it goes up to about 1 o'clock, and it's all the states reporting their different inflation numbers. It's a bit of a race to get the numbers out, I think, seem to remember, but they don't seem to have a massive effect at the moment. Anyway, aside of that, there's not a lot else there. As I say, I think it's going to be a relatively quiet day with the holiday. So let's have a look at the technicals. Euro dollar. Well, I was right in my ideas with the euro in terms of the potential for it to continue on this sort of turn. I'm sorry, I'm on the hourlies here. It's just come down here. It's just sort of, we've seen this sort of continued turn that we experience. It's really low this week. It did pitch. So this is this week. Week to date, I should say, on a 4-hourly chart here, and you see it largely yesterday up until including the early morning session. It was chopping along, and then in the afternoon, midday to afternoon, we eventually saw a bit of a breakout, and we have put these higher lows in. The bigger scheme still remains on the downside of things here. It's just a case. It's almost like, well, what's going to be the catalyst to send this thing rolling over again? Has the potential, but at the moment it's making short trades pretty difficult. I've just popped this channel on today. If we start breaking out the lower side of the ascending channel, where I'd expect the distance of the channel to be hit eventually, but it's higher lows, higher highs coming through on the sort of intermediate scheme here. We could see a bit more continuation to the upside. Not really overly liking it. The pound, same picture in terms of its shove up here. Stronger day yesterday, and sort of into the afternoon there. Really solid here. Now, if you believe in this move, it's going to go further. If it turns right, you've got this beautiful bull flag here. Almost a bear flag then. Got this beautiful bull flag sitting there. Now the market, I mean, we've got this structural turn here with the higher lows coming through. You see on the 4-hourly, I mean, this week here, it's just surged out a little bit further. If we was to see a break up this morning, a change round off this daily pivot, that could be interesting, probably for around about its R1, I would suggest. Side of that, then US dollar. So that's the cleanest out of the two Europeans. US dollar yen. Well, the yen's continued strengthening yesterday, just rolled completely out of the triangle, which I never trade. But the triangle should go in the direction of the original move, and this is completely changed out of that. Been in a decent trend since really Tuesday evening. It really started breaking down. Again, we got a bit of a flaggy pattern going across there. If things were to start changing, we could see a continuation. These are the retracements we want when the markets are pushing on in a direction. So we'll see if this manages to turn at some point here. But this again, we've got a couple of sort of flags. This one a bear flag, obviously. They do tend to work quite well. I like them if they don't push on. If the dollar yen there pushes on to its R1, I'll just leave it alone then for today. Aussie dollar, we're a bit ugly here. Let's just go down. I mean, it's just a bit ugly, full stop. It did manage a bit of an up day yesterday and close up, but you can see it's just not of interest to me at the moment. It's much more bitty. I'm just looking at it. No, don't like it. I mean, if the markets were starting to sell and we see the dollar's getting this particular strength, maybe it could roll over, but I'm not interested in that. US dollar CAD, I'm not particularly interested in. It did continue on its road to the downside yesterday eventually, but it's slow now. It's really messed things up. Bigger picture here, the dailies not looking the most wonderful. It's finding support back into its weekly pivot. It really looks like it's got more downside to happen, to be fair. Maybe a move off its daily pivot could give an opportunity. New Zealand dollar, but I don't expect it will be much in the way of volume this afternoon. New Zealand dollar, really not doing a great deal here. It's trying to break up there. It's weak though. It's a bit of a mess for me at the moment. The US dollar Swissy, well, we saw the Swissy strengthen yesterday, but again, you've got this sort of bear flaggy sort of bit of price action going on. If it goes beyond that 50 moving average, I wouldn't be interested, but there is the scope for that to roll back over through the pivot. So there we go. So we've got a few there that have got flaggy patterns at the moment. They need to start moving within a couple of hours. If they're not, I would probably stand still, because this afternoon could be very quiet, and it can be quiet leading into tomorrow. Quite a lot of people take the Friday off as well and make a long weekend of it. They party properly. Okay, other cross pairs here, euro yen, and not really doing too much at the moment. It's flattening out on this hourly. Spent most of the day yesterday not doing a great deal. Euro CAD I quite like normally, he says, so it can come up there. It continued its little shove to the upside yesterday, but well, it's certainly in a decent turn. It's put a higher low in here. Some will be looking at the divergence across those highs on the lower time frames, and yes, it might come off altogether, but it does have scope. If it can get back above its daily pivot, it would be a lot more bullish, but I do wonder if we'll just see a quieting down overall today. There is something like over 30% of the currency exchange occurs in the London market. It's the biggest of them all. But having said that, I'm seeing more effect on the markets in the US sessions. Okay, I'm going to leave the currencies there unless you've got anything specific you want me to quickly look at. Gold. Gold stalled here. It's really getting into a bit of a range where it is maybe. I think we could see some more downside coming eventually. Picking to the underside of the daily pivot here, we could see more downside coming, as I say, coming off. Okay, that's gold. Oil certainly looks like it's got some more downside. I mean, yesterday it just danced around for ages around the pivot. I was looking for the short side. It just, well, into the afternoon, eventually going off there. This is looking soft at the moment, but again, I expect this to be very quiet this afternoon. Probably not a trade, but it's looking pretty at the moment for further downside. Coming to the underneath of the pivot, it looks soft. Bigger picture on that. It's all we got a bit of way before we get back to those prior lows, which around about $67, which provided support previously. Okay, that's pretty much it for the smalls. Better look at the S&Ps. They're slightly up this morning, but they came off yesterday. Still hanging around the highs here though, not really doing too much. I'm not neither a buyer or a seller when it's up here, and well, a closed market, not interested at all. The FTSE is open, but again we're seeing consolidation. Last 4 days they're not really, 3 days not doing anything. The DAX, it's remaining in this horrible choppy area. It's just ugly. I'm sure some might be getting some trades out of this, and I'm almost guaranteed there'll be quite a few losing. Anyway, I will leave it there. Take care, have a great time. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, and we'll probably see you guys on Monday. For the rest of you, I'll speak to you in the morning. Take care, bye for now.